Mark Koran, he is a Minnesota State Senator. State Senator, good to see you this morning. I'd like to go back to the unlawful protest, according to Minnesota police, that happened outside of a hotel that allegedly Gregory Bavino, the Border Patrol chief, was staying at. Police finally, take a look at the video here, as they said it was no longer peaceful. What you're seeing is local police coming in to help assist with agitators that were not peaceful, that at one point clashing with these agitators and these protesters. But what it tells me, State Senator, is this collaboration, local law enforcement helping federal law enforcement, was an option all along.
Yes, and it really is the first support that they've received. And again, it's not just for the federal officers who are here. It's for all the U.S. legal citizens here in Minnesota. They deserve the same protection and peace and quiet. You get to protest. The greatest thing we have is you get to protest peacefully. It hasn't been peaceful since the beginning. It's highly coordinated, and I see great hope that there's a little bit of movement. But at each and every time one of our local law enforcement agencies do the right thing, or the good men and women are allowed to do the right thing, they must also get an apology letter from their city councils, and we're really sorry, we're almost forced to do these things. We need that cooperation across the board.
Yeah, great point. I wanted to talk to you about the collaboration that we've seen, at least so far, between President Trump, Mayor Jacob Frey, Governor Walz. I'll start with Frey, the mayor. The president said that he spoke with him on a phone call. The mayor took to X and he wrote, "I spoke with President Trump today," so confirming it, "and appreciated the conversation. I expressed how much Minneapolis has benefited from our immigrant communities and was clear that my main ask is that Operation Metro Surge needs to end." The president agreed the present situation can't continue. What are your thoughts serving the constituents there in Minnesota? Because some of this has bled over, if you will, to the GOP, obviously on those on the left as well, that the operation needs to be handled differently. Do you agree? Do you have your own thoughts serving the constituents of Minnesota?
Well, I think America voted, right? Illegal immigration, the surge that was here, this surge to allow millions and millions of illegals into the country, caused the U.S. hard-working illegal citizens to vote for President Trump. And now I think what we're learning is the illegal immigration is so pervasive. And you see Minnesota is a culmination of a decade or two of sanctuary policies, either official or unofficial, and the radicalism. And Mayor Frey, it's great. He said, we're all immigrants, right? Most of us, I'm third generation U.S. born. We're not that far away. But legal immigration we support. It's the best thing about this country. But when they talk about cooperation, I think it's going to be very difficult for Homan to come into town. I hope that they have great communication. They're going to need to see cooperation. But I don't know how they can cooperate when they can't trust anybody within the current governments, within the city and or the state, to not provide information as we see they're doing. We've got half a dozen elected officials in Minnesota today leading and or feeding into the signal chats, right? They're out there on the streets encouraging people to interfere with legal law enforcement activities. It's not just federal. Our Minneapolis police force got great men and women working in it. They've been experiencing this for a decade. That's why that police force has been neutered and not allowed to do their job. So it isn't anything new, the scale and the scope. And I think you're seeing the large coordination. This isn't random. This is very coordinated. And I'm not sure that I have great hopes that they coordinate with Homan and they do the things necessary. But ICE is going to need to continue to do their operations, should be in a professional manner, right? And the terrible shootings that occurred, those are preventable. And please don't engage in those types of activities. You take your camera, film, but to interfere, which is what they're encouraging them to do. Our governor and mayor have done that. And I'm not sure they can turn it off. I have great hopes they can.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.